Another message to the British people and David Cameron. As you know, 2006, in May 2006, group of Syrian young men, they have produced some guidelines to the Syrian government and to the Syrian judges to stop the corruption of Gamal al-Assad and Jamil al-Assad and Maher al-Assad and the way they control judges. You know, in Syria, any single person with $10,000 can take a bribe and change the rule of the judge. Behind the scene, you will go to the judge and say, this is the decree, this is the rule you have to give out. And you put this man in prison, or you put this man somewhere in Thepeopleofsyria, or you hang that man or that woman. There is no rule in Syria. It's a jungle. Even Bashar al-Assad, when his friends in Damascus went to him and said, Bashar, you can't keep on going like that. He said, it's none of my business. My uncle, Muhammad Makhlouf, he's the one who decides what to do and what not to do in Syria. He controls the judges and he controls the Shabiha with my brother. So we have no leaders. So Bashar, for 6 years, after reading that document from some Syrian young man about how to advise the judges and how to change the system and how to bring transparency, for the last 6 years he couldn't change one rule. And now he's claiming he's going to do all these changes in few days and few months. He's playing a big game. Syria will never improve under the Assad family. Syria will never improve as long as Rami Makhlouf and Hafiz Makhlouf and Muhammad Makhlouf controlling the wealth and the economy in Syria. In Syria, the majority of families, they live on $2 a day. $2 a day, and the Makhlouf family, especially Rami, lives on £2 million a day. His income is £2 million a day and around 1 billion to 3 billion a year. You know, the Assad family, the wealth of the oil itself is £3 billion. Since 1971, even the United States wrote this in many documentaries. They say it is not declared in the budget. Since 1971 up to now, $3 billion come from the oil, from the Syrian oil. Nobody knows about it. It goes into the pocket of the Assad family. And this statement is by the American intelligence and by the American economists. Go and see it on YouTube and go and see it on some documentaries. For how long you're going to keep the Syrian regime burning the Syrian people and throwing them in the sea? As Shabiha, they throw many people in the sea. They burn them in Latakia. Latakia is still suffering. Since the last 5 months, they take the Shabiha people from Latakia, they burn them, and they throw them in the sea for the fish. So where are your satellite images? Where are your Amnesty International? You have more than 20 documents by Amnesty International, and nobody bothered to open them and show them in the BBC documentary or ITV documentary. For how long? When we lose about 200,000 people, you know, in Syria, Mr. Cameron, there are people buried under the street, under the tarmac. In Syria, we have 20,000 people in Hama and Homs and Latakia and Damascus. They are buried under the tarmac, under the roads. Send your inspectors and bury and dig out and see how many people are. There are mass graves under the normal roads in Syria. Did you know that? Bring your satellite images and show it to the world, especially in Hama. Thousands of families are buried under the tarmac. Many of them, they were put in graves alive. Many children and women were put in graves alive in 1982. And they poured concrete on top of them. Rifat al-Assad poured concrete on top of children and women. Why don't you go and dig out these graves and bring Rifat al-Assad to La Haye and to international court? Or he's still enjoying his peanuts money because he owns the Eurotunnel, 60% of the Eurotunnel? Is that enough? السلام عليكم.